along. Give us a dwell on and on. Without a clue, without a sign, without a question yet. The real question to be asked, where have I been? I'm a shapeshifter at Booth's masquerade, hiding both face and mind, a free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, what a should I be? Please don't take off my mask, revealing dark. Moments of calm, nothing to be found. A mirror in front of me is where I find an empty glass, reflecting there's a truth. It's everything what's to be told. I need the mask. I'm a shapeshifter at Booth's masquerade, hiding both face and mind, afraid for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, chained up to my core. Please don't take off my mask, my place to hide. Once, there's nothing inside. When it always me, burning down the walls, is that a way for me to break? I'm a shapeshifter at Booth's masquerade, hiding both face and mind, afraid for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise. Searching all along, give us a dwell on and on, without a clue, without a sign, without a grasping yet. The real question to be asked, where have I been? I'm a shapeshifter at Booth's masquerade, hiding both face and mind, afraid for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, what a should I be? Please don't take off my mask, revealing dark. Moments of calm, nothing to be found. A mirror in front of me is where I find an empty glass, reflecting there's a truth. It's everything what's to be told. I need the mask. I'm a shapeshifter at Booth's masquerade, hiding both face and mind, afraid for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, chained up to my core. Please don't take off my mask, my place to hide. Once, there's nothing inside. When it always me, burning down the walls, is that a way for me to break? I'm a shapeshifter at Booth's masquerade, hiding both face and mind, afraid for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise. Searching all along, give us a dwell along. on and on, without a clue, without a sign.
Alright, what's up everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another OJ Live. Today's been a crazy week, man. It's been absolutely nuts with all the stuff that's been going on. I'll be honest, man. I'm freaking worn out. I am completely worn out with this week, man. Just a lot of stuff that I dealt with personally, a lot of stuff that I've dealt with professionally. Um, a lot of stuff that's just been going on. Like I said, we have the Nintendo Direct. You know, that's when I talk about professional. Like we had sponsored streams this whole week. We got another one tonight too, by the way. We're gonna be doing it by 8 p.m. PT, 11 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna be playing some Splatoon 2 with Christian. So if you want to play, we'll be doing that. Just like a lot of stuff. I'm freaking exhausted. I only went to the gym one time this week. It's been nuts. It's been nuts. And tomorrow we got more streams. We're going to be playing Smash Brothers tomorrow, getting ready for the tournament at the end of the month. So if you want to play some Smash, pick your mains and get ready to play. Tune up for the tournament at the end of the month. So that'll be going down tomorrow. More Banjo play for me. I actually really like Banjo. I think Banjo's a good character in the game. I've been using him a little bit more. I still need to finish Astral Chain. Still need to finish that. Still need to start Daemon X Machina. Man, there's just a lot of stuff. Like I said, I'm actually exhausted from this week. I'm exhausted. So, I mean, well, I'll probably take Sunday off. I'll probably take Sunday completely off just to not even be, I probably will just be wiped out from the internet, man. I'm probably not going to be on it all. So, don't expect to stream Sunday for right now. Don't expect to stream Sunday. But Saturday, we got you guys. We'll be streaming Saturday. But Sunday, probably not. Let me go ahead and get this tweet out that we're live. I forgot to. My brain's been like, I've been having like a brain fart all day. I had a weird sleep schedule. That Xenoblade video, I literally made that Xenoblade video for you guys. Like, I fell asleep watching Nairo's stream and just like watching streams. I was watching Nairo's stream. Fell asleep watching Nairo's stream, him using Banjo and tournaments and stuff like that, winning the tournaments. And he was using other characters too. And I fell asleep and then I woke up like at 2 a.m. Right? And I'm like, I guess, I tried to go back to sleep, couldn't go back to sleep. So I was like, whatever, I'll just make a video. That video took me about 3 hours to make, 2.5 to 3 hours to make. Went to Walmart at 6 a.m. this morning. Then I fell asleep again, and then I woke up like right before, So it's just been a weird split schedule, me all over the place when it comes to it. But it seems like you guys enjoyed the video. I thought there'd be more people watching it, so if you haven't seen it, make sure you guys check it out on the channel. The title isn't to say like I think somebody in the chat before, I think it was like L Realist or somebody in the chat was like, oh well, why can't we just enjoy both games? No, we can enjoy both games. It's not about it's not about Xenoblade being a better game. Has nothing to do with it being a better game or anything like that. It's the way that Xenoblade is done. Like, notice how I've never done, I didn't do a Trials of Mana versus Xenoblade, or I didn't do any other remakes that we've got. I've never done this versus this. Like, that's not it. My problem is the structure. That's my issue, and my problem is the structure of it. And I know I'm dealing with Square Enix, right? Because Square Enix, they make Trials of Mana too, so they obviously did that the right way. But I do feel that it does set somewhat of a dangerous precedent that since the graphics are good, therefore we can split the game up. That's essentially what's going on here. The graphics are really good, so we need to split the game up. I've never heard of that. Like, I don't know if you guys have you guys ever played a remake of a game where the whole game isn't included? You know what I'm saying? Like, has anybody imagined that? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this this is literally like a one of a kind type of thing to where you're getting a remake and the game is split. The game it's not a full remake. It's part of the game. And they're creating new things in order to try to make it worth your $60. But it's up to 60 hours. Like, I'm very skeptical on what's going on here. So that's the reason why I want to talk about Xenoblade, versus Final Fantasy, because this is a game that has tons of content in there too. People are saying, oh, well, it's a PS1 game. It's like, okay. But Xenoblade has tons of content too, and they're getting the whole game and then some into there. I don't really feel there's graphics don't make up for having the full experience. No matter how much anybody wants to sit there and say, I don't think are graphics really going to make up for that? That all that lost content. Are you buying multiple versions of Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1 in episodic content? Like, it's hard. Like I said, it's hard for me to get really, really, really excited for that when that's the way that they're doing it. And that's the reason why I put up the title. Like, I'm still gonna enjoy it, and like I said, we'll talk about it some more, but I really wanted to talk about it because I had that video this morning, and you guys know I don't go through all the comments. People are disliking, whatever. I don't go through all that. This is your opportunity to come talk to me directly. I ain't going back and forth and people blah 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 complaining. I ain't doing that in the chat section. It's not about what game is better or not. It's not about which one you like more. It's about what they're doing with the remake. No matter how much you like Final Fantasy VII, you ain't getting all of Final Fantasy VII. You're getting a part of Final Fantasy VII. So people can sit there and say, well, Final Fantasy VII better than Xenoblade. Okay, you're getting a part of Final Fantasy VII. You ain't even getting the whole game. You're getting a part, and it's not even the Final Fantasy VII that you remember. You know what I'm saying? You get a part of it. It's like the battle system is completely different. It's got slowdown. It's got a freaking wheel. Like, it's got a slow wheel. It's got all sorts of different things thrown into it. It's ATV put into there. It's like an action RPG. It's not even the same game. So you can sit there and say it's better than that, but it's not even the same game there, and you're not getting everything. So, like I said, people can defend it all you want to, but I guarantee you, if this started being the norm, you guys would start having problems with it. You guys want more remakes to sit there and episodic, you know what I'm saying? The Walking Dead RPG remakes? Is this what you guys want for the sake of graphics? Like, if that's the case, if that's what you find better, that's fine, But I personally don't think that's the right way to make remakes, is to sit there and split them up into parts because the game is too big. The game is too big. Like, I don't find that appealing. Maybe you guys do, because a lot of you guys are easily enamored by graphics. Some of you guys are easily enamored by how a game looks. But I don't find that interesting to split games up into parts and to sit there and say, well, it's because of the graphics. Like, I don't find that interesting. I don't find that fun. The game's going to be fun, but I don't find that premise fun. And what if other developers started doing that? Hey, let's split remakes up into parts. You guys going to be okay with that? But the graphics are good. You guys all right with that? For all the people spamming, getting angry that I said that? Y'all all right with that? Okay. Let's see how you guys feel about buying, I don't know, Legend of Dragoon Part 1, Legend of Dragoon Part 2, Legend of Dragoon Part 3. But the graphics are great, right? So, all right, cool. All right, so let me go ahead and tweet this out. We're live. You guys all come watch. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into shout-outs here. So if you guys are here in the chat, you want me to say hi, feel free to say hi in the chat. Be more than happy to say hi back. Let's see here. Omega Chase is here. What's good? David Balfour, what's good, man? How's it going? Dank Meme, what's good? Fire Blast, what's up, man? El Realist, what's up? How's it going? I'll answer you guys this stuff here after I get through shoutouts. Dior Wilson, what's good? Party Man, what up? Bud Senior, what's up, man? How's it going? Hallie, Hale, what's good? Jumpmon, what's up, man? How's it doing, Jumpmon? Good to see you here. Michael, how's it going? Good to see you here. Blanket, what's good? Jake Miller, what's up, man? Shadow Next, what's up, man? Fire Blast Gaming, what's good? Let's see here. Is it Zeus? Zeus I Score, what's up, man? How's it going? B Brash, what's good, man? How's it going? I don't look. If you guys have a different opinion, that's fine to have a different opinion. I don't have a problem with that. You guys can express that opinion here. Have no problem with that. The thing that people need to understand is that I'm going to say something back to your opinion, and there's no need to get upset. And that's why I said what I said on Twitter today. I was like, look, if you're a content creator, people are going to get upset what you say. Okay, that's fine. Just keep creating content. At the end of the day, somebody said something you don't like. People say stupid stuff that I don't like all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. It's people's opinions, but the thing about content creators is that if they clap back, people get mad. That's the thing that I noticed. Oh, you can't accept my opinion. Oh, it's like people get mad. Feeling it. But don't get mad if content creators got something to say back to you. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they make a video, you don't like it. Okay, they say something back to you. Don't get upset. Same thing goes for content creators. Don't get upset when people say things, unless they're trying to be rude. Shout outs to Z Snyder with the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Fire Nation, my boy. I appreciate that Twitch Prime. Wolf Everett, what's good, man? Bowsette, what is good? Charity, what's up, Charity? TKR Vids, what's up, man? How's it going? Danny Ingram, what's good? I do want to let you guys know we are going to have a little bit of a shorter stream today, about a little bit over an hour or so, because I do have some stuff that I got to do, just part of the crazy week. But we'll be back tonight. Like I said, we'll be back tonight around 6 with like a nightcap, and then we'll have what's it called? And then we'll have Splatoon tonight too. So should be good. Let's see here. Julio, what's good, man? Good to see you here. Let's see here. J2 Blue, what's up, man? How's it going? let's see. I don't know what the hell Shadow of Nexus is talking about. In terms of, we ain't talking about the size. We talking about content. We talk about actual content in the game. Xenoblade has more content than the original Final Fantasy. You want to talk about raw number of hours quests? Xenoblade has more. I don't know what you talk about size of the game. Like the original Final Fantasy compared to Xenoblade. I mean, what are you talking about? But anyway, all right. David Balfour, what's good? Kyle, what's good, man? Good to see you here as well. Toast, what's up, man? And like I said, we're gonna talk about that today, Toast. Isaiah, what's good? How's it going? Elizabeth, Lizzie, good to see you here. Tony, what's good? Let's see here. Malcard, what's good, man? Alonzo Vines, what's up, man? Good to see you here. Doc, what's good? Dink Beam, Daniel Adams, good to see you guys here. All right, let's go ahead and get into the actual conversation. And if I see new names, I'll if I see new names, I will make sure to say hi to you guys for all the new names. So let's get into the conversation. What you guys think? I saw a lot of you guys. Oh snap! Got a donation? Oh, out of nowhere. Yo, shout outs to KYH9 with the $5 shimmy. And he says Final Fantasy VII Remake and Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition are very different projects. Xenoblade Chronicles Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is just updated the same game with better visuals and some new content. But Final Fantasy VII Remake is basically making a new game with the same script, same characters, but new content, if that makes sense. Well, there's a couple problems with what you're saying here. One, you're saying Xenoblade Chronicles 1 Definitive, or Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is updating the same game with better visuals and some new content. Final Fantasy VII Remake probably should have done the same thing so they can keep the full game intact. You're sitting here and you're basically justifying what they're doing by saying, oh, well, it's a different game, so therefore this is the case. The problem with that is that it's being split up now because of what they're doing. Do you want developers to do this going forward? When you guys get your remakes, is this what you guys want? That's the thing. I see what you're saying. And yes, there are different things, but it's still, they're calling it, Square Enix is calling it Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is essentially a remake, yes, new, the script and everything, but you're not getting all of the content and it's being split up. That's the thing. So you're not actually getting Final Fantasy VII. You're getting part of Final Fantasy VII. You're getting part of Final Fantasy VII. You're not getting the whole thing. So I'm going to ask you this. Should more developers do that? Would you guys want Xenoblade Chronicles where they max out the graphics and they give you Quality 9 and a few other callings and then they stop? And they say, get Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition Part 2 later. Is that what you guys want? Because I see a lot of justification for this, but if other developers started doing this, would you guys want that? And it's all about graphics, right? Pushing the graphics and remaking the game to where the engine or to where the gameplay is completely different or to where they're changing up. Is this what you guys want? So when you justify that, that's fine. Justify it. But would you be okay if other developers did that? If Nintendo said, let's max out graphics as much as possible, let's change up the gameplay, and let's split Xenoblade up. Because you could split, technically speaking, content-wise, you could easily split Xenoblade up into maybe 2 parts, 2 or 3 parts, depending on things. And just add a bunch of other stuff into there, right? Take out fetch quests, add a little bit more other stuff into there, put in the scrapped content, and then say, give me $60 for this. And we're going to max out graphics as much as possible. Is this what you guys want going forward? For those who are justifying this, is this what you want? Or is this a special case scenario? Because if this is a special case scenario for this, I call BS on that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate your comment, but the problem is, do you want more developers to do it? So TKR Vids, thank you for the Twitch Prime too. Let's go ahead and get up, but thank you for the comment, KYH9. I appreciate that, and I see what you're saying. I absolutely see what you're saying, but do you want this to be the norm? Or do you want remakes like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, where they remake a game, obviously it's brand new textures, brand new everything, remade, and then they also add in more content into there? I personally want that, especially for older games. So let's say sub HD games. So we're talking about like the Wii generation and down, not the Xbox 360, even though Wii's part of the Xbox 360 and PS3 generation. So we're talking about systems like the Wii and down. So if Skies of Arcadia comes back, right? You guys want Skies of Arcadia to be split into different stuff and say, well, the graphics. Let's split Skies of Arcade, because Final Fantasy isn't the PS1 game with the most content. There are other RPGs on PS1 that have more content or just as much content as Final Fantasy VII. Let's not act like Final Fantasy VII has like the greatest amount of content in the world for any game that was released in the pre-HD era. That's not the case. There are games that have just as much content or more. So should we do the same thing? Because that's the justification that I hear is, well, the content, it'd be too hard, the old game. So should we start doing this with everything, with pre-HD games? If the answer is no, then obviously then there's an issue, right? If the answer is no, you don't want, because people are trying to justify this, right? But they don't want it to happen normally. So it's like, I don't know about that one, Chief, you know? So let's go ahead and let's get your name here. Thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get your name up here. You are the top stream ninja. With another donation. Okay, so we'll just go and put you down for 10. You got a lot to say on the topic, which is good. Another donation from KLYH9, and he says, remaking a game isn't graphical updates, but also expanding on content that were stretch goals during the original development. Stretch goals. This isn't a Kickstarter game. If Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1 is a full game in terms of content, even though its story, it's only a fraction of the originals, that's fine. I'm going to have to disagree with, here's the reason why I disagree with that. Because Final Fantasy VII Remake, you said it was worth a full, in terms of it's worth the full game's worth of content. It's not really compared to what we got when it comes down to it. And that's ridiculous. I guess that's subjective too. They're saying up to 60 hours of content. Okay, I get that. But you're breaking it up. So for the full game, in terms of what we got before, because of graphics, it's now being, oh, well, we have to spend more. You're saying stretch goals as if there was. They're making new content based around this game. I'm going to have to disagree. Because this, like I said, is a very dangerous precedent. What if they did this with Xenoblade? Let me ask you this, KYH9. Are you okay with other games doing this? Is this the standard that you want for remakes? For them to gut the game, gut out the content, add in new things, say you get up to 60 hours, even though the original game you can spend 100 or 200 or 300 hours, make you pay multiple times to experience the full story, because no matter what, it's not the full story of Final Fantasy. The game is already done. It's a remake. So you're not getting the full experience. You're not. Plain and simple. Because you're not going to see everything that Final Fantasy VII, the game, has to offer. You're not getting the full experience. You might be getting hours content-wise, but you're not getting the full experience of Final Fantasy VII. You're not. So they're breaking it up and they're splitting it up into things, and they're justifying that by saying, well, we're adding in this and that and the graphics are good. But you're going to have to pay multiple times to actually experience the game that's being remade. Is this the path you want games to take? I'm going to sit there. There's nothing that anybody can say that's going to sit me and tell me that that's what I want going forward. You're making excuses for Final Fantasy, which is fine. People like Final Fantasy VII. It's legendary. I get it. But you've got to look at it from an industry perspective too. Is Final Fantasy the only game that can do this? What if other developers started doing this? Final Fantasy VII is not the only game that can be remade and redone and have good graphics. Do you want this to be the standard? That's the question that you have to ask yourself. And if the answer is yes, that's a hard disagree with me. I don't want games split up and focused on graphics and them gutting it and making it a completely different. If it's a remake, I just want to see the remake in all of its glory with nice graphics and all of its content. I don't want to sit there and wait for part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. That's ridiculous. I don't find that good at all. No matter how cool the game looks. There's nothing that anybody can tell me that's to say that that's a good idea for games going forward. Now, if you want to make an individual case like, oh, well, it's just Final Fantasy, then okay, that's fine. You're going to play favorites for Final Fantasy. That's fine. Go ahead and do that. But I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh, that's what I want going forward. Very, 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 very few games can get away with what they're doing. I've never in my life ever played a remake where they split it up into parts. They say this is a remake of the original game, and they say, oh, well, you get part of the game. And not even all, you're in the first area. It's not even like half of the game or whatever. From what I understand, it's not even like half of the game. It's like the first area, and like that's it. Like they're gonna split this game into like 3 parts. I can't sit here and be extremely happy about that when you have Trials of Mana, which is a huge game in its own right, and you get the whole game. You have Xenoblade Chronicles, which is a huge game. You get the whole game. Every single game that we've gotten remake that we've ever gotten, you get the whole game. In this game, well, no, you don't get the whole game. But hey, you know what? Okay, you know, so Nathan Bell donated $5 and says the other problem Final Fantasy VII will have is trying to port our saves to part 2 when they will be within different console generations, or if you restart fresh. Well, I think the big thing with this is that the game is going backwards compatibility, so it's on PS4, right? So there should be no problem taking your save file if the system is backwards compatible. TKR Vids donated $2 and says players in Squares trying to pull what WB did with The Hobbit with Final Fantasy VII, stretching it out by adding a whole bunch of fillers so they can justify segmenting it to make more money. Can you play Redacted from Astral Chain, please? Absolutely, I can definitely do that. And then and then Juice Man Vaughn donated $2 and says Final Fantasy VII fanboys are as bad as Sonic fanboys. They're not, I don't think they're as bad as Sonic fanboys. But I think that and I don't really even think that some of the people that are defending it are really like hardcore fanboys with it. But I see what you're saying. I think that's more of a joke. But I see what you're saying. But I can't be happy about that. And like I said, unless you want that to be it, if it's okay for Final Fantasy VII to do it, so that means it's okay for Sony to do it. So if Legend of Dragoon comes and Sony says, hey, look, we'll just give this to Sony Santa Monica, right? We'll give it to Sony Santa Monica, and they're going to make a hardcore graphics Legend of Dragoon, but then they split it up into multiple parts, you know? You guys okay with that? Do you guys want Legend of Dragoon split into 2 or 3 parts? I don't know. Dave Double D, Dave jumping with the Toby Buster! Let's go. Shout outs to Double D. David Drayton with a $20 donation, becoming the top stream ninja. And he says, first of all, OJ, let me state for the record that in the event of an existential crisis such as this, the number one thing anyone would say about the issue at hand, once you factor in the various degrees, is that I ain't said cheese. Cheer up, my dude. What was all of those words? The amount of all the, like, what were all those words? I still don't understand what you just said. Shout out to my boy Double D. Always bringing the specialist, bringing the most intelligent conversations to the forefront. Shout out to my boy Double D. Yo, you guys give some love, respect, and emotes to my man Double D. Always supporting the Ninja Village. Always being an amazing freaking individual. So yeah, man. Shout out to Double D, dude. Thank you for the 20, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead and let's Juice Man Vaughn, like I said, shout outs to Juice Man and TKR Vids. Like, I see what you're saying with the let me elaborate on TKR Vids, and then I'll get your music going. I can see what you're saying with the whole, like, you know, like, I agree with you there in terms of stretching it. They're doing this to make more money. I don't think this is necessarily about, well, I mean, it is about graphics too, but it's also to make as much money as possible, like to maximize the amount, because if they're going to go with this whole graphics angle, right? So they got to maximize the amount of money they make. So this is the reason why they're doing that. This is Unreal Engine 4, so let's not act like they're using some type of hard engine to use and there's a bunch of issues. They're using Unreal Engine 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the only reason why they've taken this long is because of what they're trying to do. Because they're trying to stretch. They're trying to stretch. They have to, like, that's the reason why they're taking this long to do it. Is because they have to build in these, and they're doing $350 collector's editions. All that stuff is logistics. All that stuff is manufacturing, and like that stuff takes a long time. So it's the planning and the marketing phase too that's also taking a long time with this game as well, man. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get this music going. We've got what was it? Astral Chain Redacted. Astral Chain. All right. Oh man, another donation coming through. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support like freaking crazy. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me. I'm trying to find this music. I don't know. I think this is it. I don't know if this is it. I can't find that original song, the song that you're looking for. I'm sorry, TKR Vids. So yeah, I can't find it. All right, so let me get a couple donations in through here too. B Brash donated 2 through Super Chat and says, why are we comparing Xenoblade to a partial Final Fantasy VII? Because they're both remakes of big games, sub HD games, RPGs. And Monolith Soft also used to be part of Square Enix, and some of the people that work at Square Enix also worked on Final Fantasy VII. There's more alike than you think. Shadow of Nexus donated $2 through Super Chat and says, play main theme for Monolith's best game, Disaster. All right, Disaster Day of Crisis. All right, I got you, my boy. Let's see. I'm coming for you, brother. Abaddon, my boy. I know you're coming for me. I can't wait to watch your response video. I can't wait to watch it. I know, but like I said, I already know what Final Fantasy fans are gonna say. It's a special case. It's Final Fantasy. We already know. They're okay. This is it. Okay, this is the boss battle theme, I guess. But anyway, but thank you, TKR Vids. Thank you for the support, man. I appreciate it, dude. Salute. Shout outs to everybody too. That's supporting. And also shout outs to KYH9 for supporting and also giving his opinion on it, not being afraid to give his opinion on there as well. So I salute you, man. We accept that here. I think you were very logical too in what your reasoning. I don't think your reasoning was unlogical as well. Whether you agree with me or disagree, I don't think it was unlogical at all. So shout outs. Let's see here. Let me read some of the comments here because we've had a lot of donations come through. So let me actually read some of the comments from the chat. Let's see. Congrats on breaking the stream viewer last night for the PE podcast. Yeah, the stream viewer count was great. The stream viewer count was really cool. So it was great. We had over 400 people watching at one point between all the channels and stuff. Over 350 people watching, which was once again a record for Player S. And so I mean that's great, man. Hopefully by the end of the year we're getting 500, 600 people watching. That'd be and like I said, we're still not marketing the podcast as well as it should be. You know what I'm saying? We're still not. I mean, it's just gonna get better from here. So thank you, VC, and I appreciate it. Thank you for your support, man. I mean, you're the guy who's you're coming on. People like to watch when you're on, so I appreciate you joining last second. Blanket 6 with the $5 donation, it says, can you play This Is True Love Making from Capcom versus SNK 2 for all the people in Latin America? No problem, dude. Great game, by the way. Capcom versus SNK 2. All right. Let's see here. It's not a fair comparison, and love Xenoblade, but Final Fantasy VII Part 1 is not a complete remake / release. So what's not the fair comparison to it? Because they're both games are being remade. So are you saying that because it's not complete that it's not fair? I mean, I don't like what's the I'm trying to understand. Final Fantasy VII is a special case. Okay, it's a special case, but is that fair to be giving special cases to this game despite Square Enix literally within their own division being able to make games that are real actual remakes of the full game? Why does this get a special case, and are other developers entitled to special cases too? Or is only Final Fantasy VII entitled to special cases? So no other developer is this like a thing with just with Final Fantasy VII? Are there any other games that we can do this with? Because there are games that came out before Final Fantasy VII. You know, like what about like the original Final Fantasy? What about that game? What if they completely remade that and graphics and all that? So can that game be split up into multiple parts too? So is it just Final Fantasy VII that gets that exception or anything else? Like, I want to know. I just want to know for future reference. So if another developer does it, we can say, oh, well, they shouldn't do that because they're not a special case like Final Fantasy VII. So is that just for Final Fantasy VII or is that anybody can do that? I just want to know that it's okay for Final Fantasy VII. So does Final Fantasy VII earn some type of pass? You know, some type of, oh, it's okay because it's Final Fantasy VII. So it earned that based off of what did it? I mean, I want to know. What about Final Fantasy VIII? What about that? Can they remake that? That game actually has more content than Final Fantasy VII. So can they remake that game in Unreal Engine 4 and split it up into parts too? Can we do that as well with Final Fantasy VIII? How about Final Fantasy IX, which many people believe is the best Final Fantasy? Should we split that up into multiple parts too? How about those games? Because those games have more content than Final Fantasy VII, and many people feel that are better. Especially Final Fantasy IX. Many people feel Final Fantasy IX is better than 7. So can we do that with Final Fantasy IX as well? Is that okay? Or is it just 7? I just want to know. All right, let's get a couple donations here. Blanket. Oh, actually, no, I already got that. Thank you for the $5 donation, Blanket. I appreciate that. Sheldon Dinkelberg donated $5 through Super Chat. Thank you, Sheldon. And he says, yo, OJ, I'm hyped about Xenoblade announcement. Should be a good opportunity to get into the series. Absolutely. This is the best opportunity to get into the series. Square messed up the dev cycle of Final Fantasy VII entirely. They confirmed they're making it as they go instead of outlining the whole thing. It's pretty, but something's gonna give. Okay, it's a fair assessment. Fair assessment. I don't care. I'm getting both games. Me too. I'm going to enjoy both games. I'm going to enjoy both games too. With the glass half, I actually have hope in the FF7 remake. I think it's going to be good too. I mean, I made a video too. I'm not saying that the game is going to be bad, but you can't. I mean, as somebody who's played through and beat Final Fantasy VII, you're not getting the full experience. Like, you know, I mean, no matter how badass the game is, or no matter how amazing you think it is, or whatever, like, you're not getting the full experience. You're not gonna see everything in the game. You're gonna be like, oh, well, the game's done, and the game's not new. No matter how much everybody just say the game's new, the game's not new. The game is, I mean, they're doing new elements, but the game and script and everything, it's not. So you're gonna get to the end of the game, and you're gonna have a little bit in your mind that says, well, I kind of want to continue playing. What RPG, have you guys ever been hooked to an RPG? And imagine an RPG stopping when you already played it. Imagine it just stopping when you know there's more to it. Do you guys like episodic games? I'm pretty sure most people don't like episodic games. I have never purchased a single episodic game in my life. I don't buy The Walking Dead. I don't buy the Telltale games. I've never liked episodic games. If I ever get those games, it'll be the complete edition. Once the game is finished, once everything, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, once it's finished, then I'll buy the box set, which I've never done that either. But if I did, it'd do that. I've never been a fan of episodic games, and this is episodic. No matter how much anybody just say that it's going to be great, and I get it, it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it too, but I've already played and beat Final Fantasy VII, and I know that there's going to be a point where man, this is really good, I want to keep playing, and it stops. So that's the problem that we're going to have here. You don't feel it right now because obviously you're excited for the new graphics in the game, but you'll feel it when you play the game if you've already beat Final Fantasy VII. But if you haven't, then it might be okay, but you still have to wait for the conclusion. No matter what anybody says, it's not going to, there's no conclusion. The game isn't done. The game's, it's not finished. Let's see here. Xenosaga is completely different. Completely different situation with Xenosaga because that game was not a remake of anything. They made that game as they went along. So stop trying to compare Xenosaga to this game. Okay, they did the same thing with Final Fantasy 13. That game's also episodic, right? Not really, because it's a new game that they were making with the content along the way. It's not a remake of a game that's already done. They're building the story as they go along. Technically speaking, any sequels that build upon the original, you can say is episodic, right? What about Gears of War? Episodic, Gears 1, Gears 2, Gears 3, Gears 4. Come on, guys. Stop with that. Stop. I'm surprised it took this long for somebody to say something like that. But the games, that's just sequels, dude. That's not a real episodic. It's just sequels to a game. That's all it is. Stop with that. That's nonsense. And before, what do y'all take me for? I've got all of. They built its sequels. It's sequels to one big story. This whole thing isn't some game that was made like on the PS1 and then they decided to split it up into 3 different parts for the PS2. Okay? They made these games as they went along with a lot more than 60 hours. Every single one of these games have a lot more than 60 hours of content, by the way. Okay? A lot more than 60 hours of content for each one of these Xenosagas, by the way. So I don't want to hear all of this, oh, well, it's episodic. That's not the same. What is this? What is, guys, don't ever do that again. Don't ever insult Monolith Soft again with that, okay? Please. Facts. I hate how people are supporting this. Listen. People can support it. I'm going to buy Final Fantasy VII Remake too. All I'm trying to say is that I don't like, I'm just expressing that I don't like that type of flow with, like, I just don't want that. I hope that's not the norm, you know? Sonic 4 is a new game. Sonic 4 is not, is Sonic 4 a remake? And that was a stupid idea too. Like, Sonic 4, it was the episodic thing. Nobody liked it back then. I didn't like it either. I didn't buy Sonic 4 either. They started giving away Sonic 4 Episode 1. Like, why are you splitting up a platformer? That's dumb too. Like, what if you got Marvel vs. Capcom, like, part 1, and, like, you get, like, half the roster, and then you get, like, half of the story, and, like, you say, oh, part 2 later. It's like, I don't want episodic games. Sonic 4 was a disaster. It was an absolute disaster. Everybody that played Sonic 4 back then was like, why are they split? Like, what is this splitting a platform? A Mario Odyssey Part 1, Mario Odyssey Part 2. Y'all want platformers split up into pieces? Like, that's stupid. Like, and it's so dumb. That was a bad idea back then. It's still a bad idea now. So, no, I mean, you're right. The practice is not good. The game, or like, the practice is not good. The game does look good though. Like I said that in my stream that I had, or in my video that I had this morning. I agree. I think it's gonna be a good game. Don't get me wrong. If Mario Odyssey would have got split up, I would have been so annoyed. Yeah, I mean, Sega tried to do that garbage with Sonic. It didn't work. What if they made Fire Emblem episodic? Fire Emblem has been, I guess, somewhat, but it's just called sequels, right? Because you have like book 1 and book 2 or whatever. You have like the genealogy of the Holy War, where you have that and like the kids or whatever. So they have done something similar, but you get full games in each one. You get full games in each one. All right, we've got a super chat, Toby Blastemus. So shout out to my boy Joshua Sue with the 20 through super chat, and he says, "Hey OJ, do you think they'll add a alternate ending to Xenoblade 1 that got cut the first time? I know that they are adding in the Bionis shoulder and Schultz VA and Elma's VA. They have new things to share. Yeah, they're gonna have a lot of new things to share. I've got some inside information for you guys. This is, I speculated it, but I got this morning from somebody who definitely has some nice contacts with Monolith Soft, and I'll get that second donation in just a bit. This is not going to be, like I said, it's not going to be a cookie cutter one. They are definitely going to be adding in some extra content, and there will be some battle system changes. It's still going to be Xenoblade, it's still going to be what you know and love, but they are definitely adding in some things to like the Monado and what they're doing there in order to make the experience even better. So they're not doing what Final Fantasy VII Remake is doing in completely changing the battle system, but expect there to be some tweaks, some buffs, some new things added into your arts and stuff like that. So it's not just going to be everything's the exact same when it comes to battle. They are tweaking a number of different things with the game. Some dude donated, but thank you for the $20 donation, man. I appreciate that. Shout outs. Thank you so much. Love and respect and emotes for Joshua Sue with that 20 through Super Chat. And some dude donated $2 and says, Final Fantasy VII will probably be good, but Square needs to chill with prioritizing making pretty games over finishing a complete project within a reasonable amount of time. Look at Final Fantasy 15. That game was an incomplete mess, and it took forever to release. Took them 3 years to fix. Yeah, Final Fantasy 15 was definitely a mess. At launch, it was still enjoyable in my opinion, but it was definitely a mess. If you play Final Fantasy 15 now, that game's like a 92 or 93 in terms of Metacritic. If it came out like right now with everything that it has, it would literally be like 90 plus, right? But it didn't. So it was like an 80 on Metacritic when it first came out. Graphics were incredible. World was impressive. But there was some issues. I mean, you couldn't even switch characters in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't even use the next character in the game. Like, it was all AI controlled, as if you're playing, like, freaking online or something like that. It's like, wait a minute, why can't I control the other character? Like, what kind of Final Fantasy game is this? I can't control a separate character? So, I mean, even stuff like that wasn't in the game at the beginning. So, yeah, absolutely right about that. Square Enix, and I think that I thought the move to Unreal Engine 4 would fix that with the Final Fantasy games, but it kind of didn't, because Final Fantasy 7 Remake is still taking forever. But on the bright side, Final Fantasy 15 took 10 years to make. Final Fantasy 7 Remake took 5 years to make. So they cut development time in half, right? So, or 5+ years to make. So yeah. So let's see here. Toast says, do you think Monolith will release Xenoblade Chronicles 1 Definitive Edition, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 Definitive Edition Collector's Edition? Yeah, I think so. I think we'll get something like that. Christy, how you doing, Christy? Good to see you here. Sorry I missed some comments, guys. We have the donations flow through, so if you guys want to make a comment, I'll read it here in the chat. I just can't go back because we have 200 plus people watching on a freaking Friday afternoon. This is crazy. I wish I can stream for longer for you guys, but we still got about a good solid 30 minutes or so of streaming time, so let's get it. Let's see here. Joshua Sue with another $2 donation and says, we need a remake of The Last Story. That would be nice. That would be nice. How many parts do you want it in? Let's see. No, I'm joking. At least I'm not arrogant like you are. Okay, there you go. Is it Collected Set 18 says episodic game breaks you out of the experience. 100% agree. You beat it. You beat one episode, and by the time the next episode drops, you've already forgot about what's going on. Well, that's the problem that I have. Episodic games, no matter how awesome they are, do break you out of the experience. Now, in Final Fantasy VII Remake, we already know the story, so I'm guessing that we're not going to be as broken out of the experience. But if you don't know the story, it definitely would break you out of the experience because you're like, okay, well, it's obviously going to end on, it has to end on a cliffhanger, or it has to end on a like, well, there's going to be more, you know, like how all episodic games end, or games that where you know there's going to be something else to it. So it's going to be interesting to see how new players handle it. But I think people are going to have fun, man. I think it's still going to be a very good game. Sonic Mania was the true Sonic 4. There you go. Shadow of Nexus says, can you play Disaster? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Shadow of Nexus. I'm sorry. I completely forgot about that. There was a lot of stuff came in, and it made me, it tripped me up on that. So, yeah, Disaster. Sorry about that, dude. My bad. Day of Crisis. What was, let's see. Let me look through the thing here. Okay, you just wanted, like, the main theme. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see here. Karen Buckley says, just happy I'm getting more Xenoblade on Switch and it's not broken up into parts, so I get the full experience. Me too. At the end of the day, I'm happy for that. Very happy for that. Let's see here. For some reason, I had unsubscribed, but I'm back. Okay, did YouTube unsubscribe you? Sometimes that happens, Derpy. But good to see you here, dude. Michael O'Brien donated 5 great British pounds. Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming out to the stream. And he says, laying down a prediction. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 will bring together the worlds or dimensions of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2. I think there is an overall story being told. I think so, too. I think maybe there might be something there. No spoilers, but yeah, there definitely could be something there. Maybe they kind of tie in things to 2 with Xenoblade. I think they're definitely going to do that with Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Tie in things more to 2 and everything. So yeah. Absolutely. And thank you for the 5 great British pounds donation, man. Let's see here. I can see them doing that with Final Fantasy 7 through 9. It would be weird. Final Fantasy 10, the original, was remade into multiple parts, not including X2. Yeah, that'd be weird, man. That'd be really weird, dude. I'm not down for it. Hey, theme from Monolith's best game. Yeah, I expect a lot of people will play the original after they finish the first part of the remake to continue the story. I mean, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I think that could be a possibility. So they don't have to wait. And it also depends on how long they make them wait, you know, for Square Enix. So you made it to the stream. Shout out to you, Lucis. Thank you for coming out to the stream, man. Appreciate you. Shadow King says, I firmly believe that the reason Final Fantasy VII is going episodic is because of Square Enix's brief work with CyberConnect 2. Okay. I mean, it could be. It could be. But I mean, like, thou shalt not hire CyberConnect 2 to make it. Oh my gosh. Yo, my boy Flip999 with the Toby Buster! Let's go! Flip999 showing the love to the village and just keep up the good work, bro. Thank you so much, Flip. Thank you for being a true elite ninja here in the village. You've been around for years. So shout outs, man. You're part of that original build up. You've helped me out so much, man, especially back in the day, dude. Oh my gosh. I used to thank God after you'd come through sometimes, man, and help out on the streams and stuff. Seriously, because back then, like when I was making like 3 or 4 videos, you were always supportive. You were always very nice. And you always helped out whenever I did stream, you know, because back then I only streamed like once or twice a week, and you'd always come through, man. So Flip, man, I'm eternally grateful for your support and for your help on the channel, rebuilding back in the day, man, when you came years ago. So thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, and thank you for continuing to support, man. I really do appreciate. I appreciate all of you guys. I really, really, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I do appreciate y'all supporting the Ninja Village and supporting the streams. Really, these streams are interesting. YouTube, the way that they do things on the channel, it's very interesting. So I appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna continue talking to you guys, continue bringing up, the points and everything, man. Yo, shout outs David Balfour with the almost Toby Buster. Let's go, Konohamaru sweeping through the Ninja Village. And he says, I'm hyped for Xenoblade remake because I picked up the Wii game when I go Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but I haven't played it because who wants to hook up a little bit? Oh, who wants to hook? Okay, my bad. It cut off. Who wants to hook up a Wii and CRT? Okay, yeah, I got you. Well, you can always use, if you have the Wii U, so you can use that version, but I don't know if you have the Wii U. But shout outs, David. I see what you say, my boy. I got you on that one. I see exactly what you're saying. Twitch boys, I'm terribly sorry for the Twitch boys that are in the chat. I completely forgot to open up my second page here. So let's go and let's get that opened up for you guys, at least for the last 15, 20 minutes or so. So shout out to the Twitch boys. I'm terribly sorry about that. I just completely forgot to have my Twitch chat open as well. So that will be open. Also a moderator. If there's not a moderator, can one of you guys hop over to Twitch as well too, if you guys don't mind? If there's a mod available to hop over to Twitch. Just you can be on YouTube too, but also just be on Twitch as well. So all right. So let's see here. Final Fantasy VII second part has to be announced a year after, or waiting a year after. Are you saying that, Karen? Okay, Foxer is there. Okay, shout outs, Foxer. You're over there. How's it going? Sorry about that, Twitch boys. I see there's about 15 of you guys watching over there, so my bad. Let's see. Shadow King says, I can't wait to get my hands on Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition and Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE. Encore. I already have both pre-ordered at Best Buy and got $5 off Xenoblade. Nice. You got like the little coupon code thingy. I think my Best Buy Gamers Club runs out this month. I think it might have already ran out or it runs out this month, so I need to go buy a bunch of games. I'm really feeling it. Let's see here. I'm not a mod here, but I hopped over here as well. NX, just type in the chat and I'll make you a mod here. Actually, no, you don't got to type. I'll just do it right now. So there you go. So yeah, I'll make you a mod. But shout outs. Thank you for the 3 months of Prime. Thank you for the tier 1 too. I think it's it's like September. I think they're doing like this September thing on Twitch, so it's like half off for subs or whatever the case is. So yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I see my Best Buy Gamers Club runs out in December. Need to make a lot of purchases. Yeah, man. Shadow King says, did you see they censored the Japanese version of Tokyo Mirage Sessions in the Japanese Direct? I saw that they censored some of the outfits. Yeah, but we need to wait and see for the actual story elements and what they're going to be doing there. Yeah, censorship sucks, but guys, the game is really good. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, even with the censorship, is still a very good game. That doesn't mean it shouldn't be supported when it comes down to it. So while it sucks for the censorship, the game is actually legit dope. I knocked it down points for censorship, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't play the game. I still think that you should play the game. The game is still really, really good, and it's just outfits on fake anime characters, so at the end of the day, that doesn't affect the actual gameplay, except for one scene with the there's two scenes where the censorship actually affects the story or perception of what's going on. One scene, and I'll tell you guys right now what the censorship is. The two things that made me upset with it was the one scene where the main, I think it's Tsubasa or whatever her name is, the main love interest of the main character, she is a model, right? She's doing modeling, and they go to like this one dimension, and there's a guy who's a crazy photographer, and instead of being in a bikini outfit, which makes him freak out and makes him start wanting to take pictures, she's like in this like weird hip hop punker, this like cool punker chick outfit. I'm like, that completely throws off the context of what was happening, because she didn't look crazy good or anything at all. Like, that wasn't like a really hip, I mean, like, what year are they in? It's a modern game. They're in modern Tokyo. That is not a cool outfit for women or for guys or anybody to wear. I don't know where they thought that was a cool outfit. They're wearing cooler outfits in the regular game, like, so I don't understand why he's freaking out about the outfit she's wearing. The context is completely thrown out of whack. And then also, they should have at least just made it a One Piece bikini. They could have just made it a One Piece and called it a day. She's 18 too in the US version, so it doesn't matter. But even if she was 16, never seen a 16-year-old wear a bikini before? You guys go to the beach, are you guys oogling over that? That's, if you are and you're over 18, or if, well, not over, but if you are, if you're older and you're oogling over that, like, that's disgusting, dude. You know, so like, they're not censored like when you do that. So I mean, it's okay for a video game to have a teenager in a bikini. That's not like child porn or anything like that. You know, that's what I don't understand. Even if she was 16, and like, so what? That's not against any type of law anywhere that a 16-year-old can't be in a bikini in a video game. And so what? You know? So that's the issue that I had. And then the second issue, and I'll get the donations in just a bit. The second issue was the like the person who's like the lead of like the modeling agency or talent agency. She was like basically a model like in bikinis and stuff like that. And instead of actually showing the pictures of that, they just completely like censored it out, and it doesn't show what she's actually wearing, which is like bikinis and stuff for them to be surprised on how good she looks for her age. You know, so that was also something I'm just like, okay. You know, like, you're completely throwing out of whack the context. Now, does it affect the actual gameplay? No. There's no effect to the gameplay, you know, at all with this. It's just the context of certain scenes is just stupid, especially if you've seen the uncensored version. You're like, really? You know, like, you're censoring that, you know? The outfits being censored is just like, you know, obviously it's like, it would be nice if it wasn't, but it's more of the context within the story scenes that make me like, okay, you're throwing things out of a loop here, you know? You know, if this was 1991, then yeah, then you could get away with it because the internet wasn't around like this. But the fact that people like, and they released the game in Japan first, so people saw the scenes that were uncensored, so it was silly, very silly. All right, so let's go and get into these donations here. Fairy Tiger donated $1 and says, oh yeah, by the way, I'm here, just a little into that awesome called oh yeah, that awesome is called Divinity 2. I need to play that game. Play something good for the ninjas. Well, yeah, I will. Thank you so much, Fairy Tiger, appreciate that. And enjoy Divinity, man. That's a great game. And go to, oh actually no, you don't have work tomorrow, never mind, don't go to sleep, have fun. David Balfour donated $5 and says, and I'll get your music in just a second. David Balfour says, oh, by the way, oh hold on, I already read that. Yeah, I have a Wii U, but the thing is even worse to set up. Thank God for the Switch. Okay, David, there you go. There. Yeah, and that's true. I think you also have to, do you have to use the gamepad or like the Wii remotes for the game too? So yeah. Or you have to use the Wii remotes for that version of the game on the Wii U, I think. Or can you use the gamepad? I don't remember if they did an update for that. But either way, thank you for the $5 donation, David. I appreciate that, my boy. I've only beat Link Between Worlds, or Link to the Past. I have not beat that game. I've played it, but I have not beat it. Matthew Campos donated $5 and says, can you please play this as an intro or outro for a video if you ever cover a Resident Evil character getting announced for Smash, please? Can you please play this as an intro or outro? What do you mean by please play what, Matthew? What music are you talking about? So let me get some music going for you guys. We're gonna play something cool for the ninja here. So I like this song. I think this song is pretty cool. Something relaxing. Hold up. Persona. This is cool music. You can use the gamepad with the Wii U version. Okay, there you go. You can use the gamepad. Len Art donated $5 and says, OJ, do you think they will announce the 5th Smash character before the year is out? Yeah, I think they'll announce it before the year is out. Yeah, maybe at the Game Awards, because we got Joker at the Game Awards, so maybe the year anniversary of announcing Joker, we get the 5th Smash DLC character, because they're releasing Terry in November, so December, maybe we get that there. So, absolutely. Absolutely good stuff. Your reaction to Tokyo Mirage Sessions was priceless. It was, man. I actually still need to get that up for you guys. I'll have I have it saved, so I'll have my VOD of the, what's it called? I'll have that up tomorrow morning for you guys, because I'm not gonna make a video tonight. I'm going to sleep afterwards. so yeah, thank you so much, Len Art. Thank you for the $5, man. Good to see you back here. I appreciate you. You've probably been lurking though, maybe. So yeah. Oh wait, hold up. Lena Art didn't say that. Karen Buckley said that. Okay, my bad. But Lena Art said in terms of the Smash character. Yeah, I think they're gonna announce it at the Game Awards, and I think that man, Leon S. Kennedy, man. I'm still going with the Leon train. Leon or bust. All right, let's keep it going, guys. We're going to be answering questions for like about another 10 minutes or so. So if you have your questions, you have your thoughts, go ahead and put them down. Sorry that I can't stream for longer. I got somewhere that I got to be, but I'll be back tonight around 6:30-ish or so. Then we'll be talking more about this topic. So we'll do like a part 2 of this topic and then random questions and stuff like that. So we'll be back. If you want to talk more about games and stuff like that, we will be back. So, yo, what's up, Arash? How's it going, my boy? Shout out next says, you can't use the Wii U gamepad on the Wii U version, only the Wiimote and Nunchuk or classic controller. Okay, that's what I was thinking, shout out next. That's what I thought, but people were trying to say that you can use something else, so I don't know. My YouTube link didn't show up in the donation music. It didn't. It actually did not show up. I looked at it. I actually extended it. It's not there. I'm also looking at my second page here, and yeah, it just shows your message, but the link did not show up. So can you tell me what the track was, and I'll play it? Just tag me again. I think Dante is more likely than Leon. I think Leon's more likely than Dante. I personally think Leon's more likely than Dante. OJ, how much do you think the Switch Lite will sell? I have no idea, Rash. I don't know. I can't put an amount on something like as large as a Switch Lite. I can't say like, oh, it's going to sell 2 million or 3 million. Not only that, you didn't give me a timetable. Like, you didn't say lifetime. You didn't say at launch. You didn't say after like half a year or at Nintendo's fiscal year earnings. So I don't even know what the timetable is that you're asking me for, Rash. Any word on the changes for Xenoblade Definitive Edition? Yeah, I already went over that. There, nothing official. I've got a little bit of inside information that there is going to be some like potential new arts added in, tweaking to some stuff in terms of buffs or debuffs when it comes to certain weapons. There's definitely going to be new items and new things added in. It's not just everything's the same, exactly the same. So, and there will be gameplay adjustments and balances and stuff like that, but nothing official on the word. Just stuff that I've been hearing here and there, but nothing official. Malik says, anyone else feel like we're going back to 1991 when it comes to this whole prudish mindset when it comes to censorship? I swear though, I thought we were past this prudish mindset. Like, I mean, can you explain what you mean a little bit more? El Real says, any guess on what the new device is Nintendo is advertising for the Switch? It's like an exercise device. I mean, it's pretty clear what they're doing. They're exercising. It's exercise software. It's clear. They're doing like, you know, leg lifts, which is toning your core. It's a resistance band. They're doing like when you pull, that works your like your triceps and your biceps. It's an exercise band. That's really what it is. And it's going to use HD. It's going to use the sensors to kind of adjust and interact with the software on the screen. So I mean, it's pretty like to sense that, like, you know, how much you're pulling and all that. You know, how much pressure you're putting and stuff like that. So I mean, it's pretty clear what it is. I think people are just like, what the heck, because it's just something different, but from the trailer, it's exercise software, guys. Like it's an exercise apparatus and it's exercise software, like a Wii Fit almost, right? And Wii Fit 2, or a new modified different form of Wii Fit. You know, let's see here. Hello World says, if you think about it, because there are more DLC fighters coming, they can hype up every upcoming Nintendo Direct, even if they don't have enough games to show off. Kind of brilliant. Yeah, I mean, they could, but I mean, I don't think you can just really run a Nintendo Direct and just Smash by itself. Otherwise, people are going to be upset. But yeah, you're right. But Nintendo always has games. That's the thing. Nintendo, they spend their resources on games. Whereas Microsoft and Sony, they don't always spend all their resources on games. They spend their resources on a lot of other stuff, right? So Nintendo is really heavy in the game development. They spend a bulk of the resources there, and of course R&D. So I don't think there's ever going to be a time, especially now that, you know, even if you look at it, right, Nintendo's always done that. Look at the 3DS and look at the Wii U. Everybody complained that there wasn't enough Wii U games, even though there was a lot of Wii U games that just came out over a period of time where people just got kind of, you know, it took a while. But like, look at all the games that came out in the 3DS and Wii U era from Nintendo. Like, look at the amount of games. It's just staggering how many games Nintendo released in that era of the 3DS and the Wii U. And they've always done that. You know, they've always done that with, they've always done that with their development teams and everything. So I don't think Nintendo's ever going to have a time period where they don't have many games, because now they have it under one development house, right? Like, you don't have it to where it's split between 3DS or Wii U or portable and home console. It's all under one umbrella. So yeah, man. But I see what you're saying for sure. Juice Man Vaughn says, I think the Switch is hitting all the right notes and trying to touch every demographic with the Switch. That resistance band looks cool to me. If you're into exercising, like, you know, home workouts, then I think it can be cool. Or if you were into Wii Fit, I think it can be cool. I don't have a problem with them doing it. It's just something extra. We're getting plenty of games, so if they want to try something different, that's cool. Just like Sony wants to put on VR goggles and go like this and look around and have all these hooked up like you're into the damn Matrix with all these wires all over the place. They don't want to do it, that's fine. That's what they do. You know, it's cool. So yeah. Japan also censors blood in games. If you play No More Heroes, in Japan, it's not blood that comes out of like the enemies. It's like black pixelated goo thingy or pixelated debris that comes out of them instead of blood. Also, Japan banned Mortal Kombat 11 completely from releasing in the country. By the way. Y'all upset with Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Japan literally banned Mortal Kombat from even coming out in their country. I never played a Xenoblade at all, but I'm happy that the first one is coming to the Switch, so I finally can start playing the franchise. There you go. I think it's also going to help. I think here's what's going to happen too. Xenoblade 1 is going to come out, and people are going to play it, and then people are going to go out and buy Xenoblade 2. It's gonna lead to a big bump in sales for Xenoblade 2. Let me read some more. Let me read some Twitch voices. Do you think Rex can get into Smash now? I think it's possible. Happy Matt Salesman. Is there any doubt that Xenoblade Definitive Edition isn't a full remake? No, there's no doubt. I mean, there's no zero doubt. Dank Beam Center says, how many Switch will sell through the third quarter and Astral Chain make the software chart? I don't think it's gonna make this. I don't think it's gonna sell 2 million or 3 million that it needs to get to the software chart. No, but it's doing well enough. Let's see here. Happy Matt Salesman says, do you think Baron was being ignorant when talking about Pokemon Sword and Shield on the podcast? I think he's being a little ignorant. Yeah, I can understand where he's coming from, and I'll get that donation in just a bit. I can understand exactly where he's coming from in terms of like the game needs to have a little bit more like a better effort with the graphics. Like I agree with him there, but he's making it seem like the game is going to be completely horrible, and it's not. Like he's not emphasizing like what Pokemon is about, which is like the competitive balance of the game and fighting Pokemon. Like that's what it's about, and it's like he's not even mentioning any of that. It's all about graphics and like the way that the game looks. It has nothing to do with anything else but graphics. That's pretty much essentially what it is. It's not about gameplay at all. Oh, and animations. You know, animations don't affect like Pokemon is a. He doesn't understand the focus of Pokemon. He's not a Pokemon player, so he doesn't understand the focus. But I understand where he's coming from. So it's a little bit ignorant, but understandable. But I don't understand why he was so mad about food. You know, like they've had Poffins, they've had food in Pokemon games before. I don't understand why he was so mad about food. I didn't understand that part. MP Christopher with the $2 donation says, "Yo, what's good, OJ? Hope I didn't miss too much." You actually did. You missed about an hour. I'm about to have some curry on rice. LOL. Yeah, man, curry on rice, good stuff. Let's see here. Dave says, "What's your prediction for Switch?" Okay, I already answered that, I think. Moop says, "Says I literally just borrowed Xeno 1 for the Wii from my brother. Now I can just wait until next year. Love Xeno 2." Yeah, exactly. That's the coolest thing. Like you don't have to go back and play like Dolphin, because like I was thinking about playing it on Dolphin for you guys, but now I don't got to worry about that. I can just play it next year. So, Malik says, "Wait, they changed it. The blood. They went. They brought it here. Bizarre. Japan did. No More Heroes. Japan changed No More Heroes in terms of like the blood. It's not red, it's like black digitalized. Watch it. It's on YouTube. Shadow King says, "I can't wait to see the JRPG lineup at the end of the OG Switch's life. I'm liking the lineup of games we've got so far." Yeah, absolutely. Matthew Campos donated $2. Says, "Have you ever played the Daemon X Machina demo yet?" Or have I played the Daemon X Machina demo yet? No, I have not played the new one yet. If so, any first impressions? By the way, this is my link for the first donation. Okay, gotcha. We'll play that music for you right now. No, I have not played it yet, but I actually liked the first demo. And this one's going to improve upon it. And it's like a prologue. Like you get to transfer it over to the main game. So yeah, I think I'm going to like it. I'm a fan of mech games though. So I'm willing to, is it the mansion theme? It's the mansion theme. It's the mansion theme. But it's a funny animation. Hold up, let me show you guys what he wanted to show me. Let me show you guys real quick. So here's what he linked. It's the basement theme, but it's like a little quick animation. Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. He wanted me to play this as my intro. Wesker comes in, dude. That's actually legit really funny, dude. Good stuff. Yeah, I need that as my intro, dude. That's the intro that we all deserve. Nate from Nintendo Prime argues it's a remaster, not a remake, since not ever single asset wasn't recreated from scratch. You should debate him. There's no question about it. The models are completely different. I don't know how he would know if it's recreated from scratch or not, but the game is a remake. It is not a remaster. It is not a port of the original. It is a remake using their new engine that wasn't even available on the Wii. If it was a port or a remaster, they would have used the engine that was available on the Wii. That engine that they have that they're using, that's from Torn of the Golden Country. This is how I know that he's wrong. That was from Torn of the Golden Country. Torn of the Golden Country, that engine is new. That was not available on the Wii. They're not bringing over the engine that was on the Wii and porting it over with updated assets or anything like that. The models are redone. The engine, the grass, that's from Torna. That's a new engine that wasn't the Wii version of the game. So therefore, it's factual. There's no need to debate. It is factual based on the way that the grass looks, because it looks like Torna, that they're using that new engine that Takahashi-san already said was something that they're doing just for Torna the Golden Country, and they're adding that into this one. They didn't port over the Wii game. They didn't remaster it. Those visuals aren't. It's not. You can't. It's a remake. It's a remake of the original using the Torna the Golden Country engine, or their new engine that they were building off of from the Xenoblade Chronicles X engine, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So it's not the Wii game. So I don't know what else to say. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's a remake, not a remaster, not a port, not a 1080p port or something like that. It's not. It's a remake. And like I said, the models are completely different models. They did it. It's not like Dolphin in 4K, which I showed you guys Dolphin in 4K on my video this morning. It's not Dolphin in 4K. The art style, the models are completely different. Like, look at the bug. The bug is like, there's no, I don't know what he's talking about. Or maybe you misunderstood what he was trying to say. I think you misunderstood what he was trying to say. I don't think he would say it like that. But, so yeah, it's a remake. Alonzo Vine says, whatever happened to the Ridge Racer game that was supposed to be shown in development for the Switch? Don't worry, it might be coming. Thank you, Richard Pena. I appreciate that. I want to apologize for my behavior. I hope we can all enjoy Final Fantasy VII regardless of what happens. You don't have to apologize for your behavior. You didn't do anything wrong. Alonzo Vine says, I already read that. Let's see. Philip says, yeah, the models and the engine are clearly created from scratch. It looks like they took Torna, the Golden Country. So building off of what Xenoblade Chronicles did, Xenoblade Chronicles X or 2, and then they built more, they advanced it with the rendering in the grass in Torna. So, I mean, that if it was a remaster, they would have taken the original Wii version of the game and then maybe updated the models, or they maybe would have like updated the grass a bit, make it look a bit shinier, but that's not the case. The models look completely different, so therefore a remake. It's not a port or a remaster of the original Wii game. It's just not. Otherwise, it wouldn't look the way that it looks with the grass and everything. Like, there's no way. And the models would look, obviously, they'd look closer to what we saw with the Wii game, but the models are completely different. It's more anime now than weird looking 3D pasty looking face models. So yeah. How am I liking Banjo so far? I actually like Banjo. He's good. He's a good player. Yo, what's up, K19? Shot next says, you should react to the Konami at the E3 press conference sometime. Yeah, maybe one of these days. Maybe one of these days. I agree. The character models are much more similar to Xeno 2. Xeno 2, Torna, models, lighting, eyes, etc. The original Xeno engine. Even Nate from Direct Feed Games says it's a remake and he knows his stuff. Yeah, we all know it's a remake. It's not a remaster. It's literally impossible for the game to be a port of the original game. It's impossible because it's using their new engine. It's using the way that Torna looks. Go look at the grass in that game, then look at the grass in Torna. It looks like that. The Wii version didn't have that. You can't just add that into the Wii version and say, oh, well, here's a new game. It's a remaster. Like, no. Look at games that were remastered. Look at like Dot Hack, right? You guys see Dot Hack? Look at Dot Hack on the PS2 and look at Dot Hack on the PS4. It's just a really shiny looking PS4 game, right? Or a shiny looking PS2 game. Look at games that are actually remastered from the PS2, which is around what the Wii Power was, right? Look at the games that are remastered and look at how they look compared to Xenoblade. They don't completely change the models. They literally look the same, but just really shiny in 1080p. That's not what Xenoblade is. So I think you probably misunderstood maybe you misunderstood what Nate was trying to say, or Nintendo Prime was trying to say. I couldn't think that he would actually think that, you know. So let's see. Banjo may become a new secondary of mine. I have a lot of fun playing him. Yeah, he's good. He's really good. I have a lot of fun playing as him as well. But all right, guys. We are going to have to call it right here. I've got to get ready to go somewhere. So we'll be back in a few hours, guys. So probably like around 9:30 or so Eastern time, 6:30 Pacific time, 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. We'll be back with another stream. We'll be continuing the conversation. We'll be talking about Astral Chain a little bit more too, and what the Twitter account had to say. So we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking more about some classic RPGs and what you guys want to be remade next. We're gonna have just a great discussion, guys. It's gonna be a lot of cool, fun discussion with you guys' thoughts and everything. So hopefully you guys come back to the stream, and thank you guys so much for the support today. It's freaking nuts. Like the amount of support in about an hour was really crazy. So thank you guys. I know you guys enjoy these talks that we have, and I'm going to continue doing them. And I'm really happy that you guys can power these streams. No, seriously. Thank you guys so much. And we will have a Splatoon 2 tonight. So if you're an Elite Ninja and you want to play some Splatoon 2, feel free to get that ready tonight. So we will be playing Splatoon 2 around 11 p.m. PT. 11 p.m. or sorry, yeah, 11 p.m. No, 11 p.m. ET. 11 p.m. ET, 8 p.m. Pacific time. So 11 p.m. Eastern. So we got Splatoon tonight, and we got another OJ Live night cast. So, okay, you didn't misunderstand anything. He was just wrong. Okay, maybe I'll have to check it out myself. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching today. Thank you. Man, we had crazy viewers today. So we'll be back later tonight, okay, guys? So it's not the end of OJ for today. We'll be back later tonight with more streaming. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support, and we'll see you guys later tonight. Make sure before you guys leave, if you have not checked out my Xenoblade video where we were kind of talking about stuff, please make sure you guys check out my Xenoblade video if you have not already done so. I think it's a pretty cool video. Let's get that to maybe like 3,000 or 4,000 views by tomorrow morning. I think that'd be dope if we can get it there. It's like at around like 2,500, so that's definitely not bad. But if we can get that to like 3,000, that'd be really cool. So if you guys have not seen my video, please make sure you guys check it out on Xenoblade, the best remake for 2020, where I say Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys back later tonight for the nightcap. All right, peace.